Vernon, what's it like being back here for a second year?
I'm excited. It's fun. I kind of know what to expect already, but I'm going to go through it and have fun with it.
What does it feel like, I guess, to be, the forefront of this team and a guy that everyone identifies with as pretty much the face of the program?
It's a process to get used to a little bit. I'm getting used to it. I'm starting to enjoy it, starting to embrace it, and I guess just have fun with it.
How much did the recruiting process help you? Because you were got a lot of attention then.
Oh, it helped a ton. I did several interviews in high school, and I think it prepared me greatly for moments like this.
Coach McElwain said that you're one of the guys that brings out the best in others because you're competitive level. Is that something you embrace?
Of course. That's what I try to do. If I'm competing and trying to be best, eventually guys will get tired of me winning and they'll try to, up their game.
What are some of the things that you try to do to bring up their level?
It's just compete hard all the time. Just take no plays off. Don't give anybody any breaks. There's some guys you're better than. Don't give them any breaks. Keep going as hard as you can.
You've spent some months around the staff and you went through a spring now. Just what are your impressions of them as a whole?
They're a great staff. For what Coach Mack put together in a short period of time, it's excellent. They didn't come in and try to, dictate and set down their foot and try to prove something to us. They let us, mingle into them and get used to their ways.
Have there been any freshmen that stood out during the workouts?
It's kind of hard to say. There hasn't been enough time yet to determine who's gonna stand out.
You play very aggressively and you hit hard. Sometimes not the best thing in the world for you physically,
right,
because you get banged up. Have coaches talked to you about being aggressive, but by the same token not putting yourself in harm's way to take such big hits?
Not necessarily. It's football. It's a fast game. You're gonna get hit hard. But I've myself looked at stuff and it's kind of had to understand that I kind of have to be in the game. I can't, I can't play aggressive and I can't play fast and I can't hit people, but it has to be controlled.
Well, you try to knock people out. Last year, you had a couple of shots in there where I'm thinking, man, you're not way 240 now.
I do. But I learned from them. I got to take better care of my body.
Obviously, the NFL is probably the last thing on your mind, if it's even on your mind at all. How do you keep that, from being a distraction? And it doesn't seem like it's something that even crosses your mind.
It's funny because it's actually the first thing that's on my mind. A lot of people say don't think about the NFL, but I say why not? It's natural to think about it. Why would you not think about it? And I use it as motivation to get me where I need to get to. It's not a distraction at all.
How's the offense look? How did the offense look at the spring?
We're progressing. Like I said, there's been a short period of time. We had spring ball, but that's still a short period of time, and they're getting there.
How was this defense going to be different from last year?
Man, there's not a lot's going to change. The playbook's pretty much the same. Coach Collins came in and asked us what we wanted, to call things and how we wanted to run things, et cetera, et cetera. And I think that helped us out a lot. But it's going to be the same fast, physical Florida defense.
Most people believe they're going to rely on the secondary this year. You guys are the oldest group, probably the most experienced. Do you think that could make y'all a little bit more aggressive?
Oh, without a doubt, we're going to rely on the secondary because we're the best. We're the best part of the team. Without a doubt, we're probably the best in the country.
So how about can you chime in on the DBU debate that was on Twitter there for a few weeks? What do you think about that?
I want to clear the air real quick.
Okay.
One more time. Okay. So, the guy, his name was Clutch Like MJ on Twitter. Y'all should give him a follow. He makes good videos. He made a whole bunch of Florida videos, and he added the term DBU in there. Okay, so that was fine until some LSU players saw it, and they figured, they're making the videos, and they were like, oh, just because you make videos, that doesn't make you DBU. Meanwhile, none of us that I know of has said anything about being DBU or anything like that. And that's how the conversation started. And if they want to be DBU, they can have it. That's. I don't know. I guess who has the best DBs?
Do you like getting into stuff like that, or is that not your thing?
It's definitely not my thing. They can all that Twitter stuff. That's for the fans and the media.
Now going back to the coaches, obviously you spent some time in Miami. What's it like to be on the same team as Randy Shannon?
It's kind of interesting. When I was little, obviously I met him when I was little. I don't really remember much from being down in Miami just because I was so young. But, it's kind of cool to kind of be like, kind of coach me when I was younger, and now he's kind of coaching me now in college.
Yeah. And what's Kirk Callahan been like as a position coach for you?
Oh, man, he's great, man. I knew him from Tampa, from Armwood. That's where he coached at, and that's where his dad coached. But, haven't had that much time to spend with him yet. We went through spring together, which was, it was solid, it was smooth. But I'm excited to get the season started.